Hi there, thanks for checking out our repair channel. This is going to be just a overview and testing of this unit and kind of explain a little bit about it. We work on electric fence boxes for people. We get units shipped to us from all over the United States. We occasionally sell parts to people, let them to try to do their own repair. But that's what we do. So if you've got a Stafix M63R or any other brand or any other model of Stafix, we'd be happy to take a peek at it. Speedrite makes a equivalent model of this called Speedrite 63000I or 63000 or something like that. It's basically the same thing, just a red case. It says Speedrite on there and 63000 on there. Same guts, just different colored case. This does have the red case in the back like the Speedrite does, but they put a different front case on it. But this is the biggest unit that Stafix makes and Speedrite makes. It's made by a company called True Test. They're a New Zealand-based company. They're that's where the headquarters is in New Zealand, and their distribution center here in North America, or I don't know, North America, at least the United States, anyways, is in Texas. So, but we get free quotes and everything that comes into us for repair. We do put 18-month warranties on everything that we work on, no matter how old the unit is. The unit gets 18-month warranty on the repairs that we do. Lightning damage is part of the warranty. So, and we work on all brands, all ages, no matter how old or how new it is, or what brand it is. We'll tinker on it. There's a lot of brands out there today, and there's a lot of brands that aren't out there anymore from way back in the day, and we get a little bit of everything. This is a 220, 240 volt version. You can see this is the plug that's on it. They have put a new plug on there. I think it came with a European or Australian style 220 volt, had two angled plugs like this. So I got to get my power supply out that has 220 volt power in it to run it. And what I'm going to be using to run that is this little thing here. It's a 110, 120 volt conversion to 220, 240. And you can see it can also run off of, if you want to plug it into 240 right off the bat, you can do that. It's got to take this out and put that up there. But we're running on 110, 120 volt, and it has the output here. So you can run a 110 volt unit off this. To say all your outlets are plugged up, you could power this on and plug something into there and do it. But we're going to plug this into here, just like that, hopefully. Oh no, we're not. We're going to have to use my adapter. Let me show you what I got, because this is actually a two-prong, or not two-prong. This is a three-prong plug, but it's only two conductor cord, so there's grounds on there for no reason. But that's what they put on there. That's what the customer decided to put on there. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this 110 volt cord, plug it in like that. I got a couple of alligator clips. I'm just going to clip it on here to each side of the hot and neutral, or whatever they call them on 220 volt. Like that. And AC doesn't have a polarity, so I could reverse these wires and it's still same kind of power. Just got to set it here where it's not going to touch anything that it shouldn't touch, because I don't want to see a bunch of sparks fly out of it. I'm going to plug my power supply deal into a surge protector thing just in case. I'm going to plug these on a little bit different, where it keeps wanting to slip and slide on the connector. I don't need any sparks jumping around, so alright, here we go. Let me turn my light off real quick so you can see these little bar graph lights that come on. So there it goes. There's other clicking in the background. I'll turn this off real quick. There's other clicking in the background. I got a Zariba 100 mile running on one bench. On the same bench I'm working on with this one, I got a Parmac SE3 running. They're both of those are fixed. We're just letting them run, make sure with the loads on them, make sure that they hold up, because sometimes these stupid things, there's, you think you have it fixed, you let it run, and it quits on you. But so far, these been running. Those other units been running for about 3 or 4 hours, 2-3 hours, something like that, and they haven't missed a beat yet. So far, those ones are working good. The Zariba 100 and 200 mile have a tendency to quit on you sometimes at random, so we always let them run a while just to make sure that we didn't miss anything with them. I'm gonna turn this back on. And you see it popping right along there. Let's put a fence tester on here. Now that little bar graph light deal that's on there, that's kind of your fence performance gauge. So depending on your weed load and stuff that's on your fence, that little bar graph might go up to the far green. It may go down to the middle of the green. It may stay down the red and clicking. So that tells you how clean your fence is. If it's going all the way to the green and hooked up to it, to the fence and everything, typically you're good to go. If for some reason you walk by the next month or so and it's only hitting here, I say you got a bunch of grass on there, it's still pushing through it, but you know, you just load it down pretty hard. If it's clicking and flashing, it's only going down in the red or lower green, you got bad short somewhere. A whole bunch of grass or a tree limb or bad, you know, underground cable that's under a gate, something like that. I want to grab a, turn this off real quick. I don't want to get hit by it on accident, so I'm going to take that bolt off there, or that nut there. Turn this back on. Hook my hot side up. Hook the ground side up. And we're getting darn near 10,000 volts out of it. 9.7 kV, so that's a lot of voltage. It's a lot of voltage at a big charge. This is 63 output joules, so it's probably stored. Oh, there it is. Actually says it. 97 stored joules. So this is like I said, this is the biggest one that Stafix and our True Test makes for the Stafix and Speedrite brands. There's only one other unit out there that is bigger than this one power-wise, and that's the Gallagher 10,000i. It's a full 100 stored joule. That's the biggest one in the world. What happened to this one, it got hit by lightning on the AC side. So we had to go through and rebuild that part of the board. And we went ahead and replaced a few capacitors in it while we're at it to make sure that, because they were reading weak. And luckily, the transformer and discharge, everything else inside of it seemed to be working fine. We did work on this thing twice. The first time we thought we had it going and put on the load test, and it was holding up fine, but after like 2 hours it just plumb quit on us. So we had to pull it back apart and see what happened and go back through it. So I would say about 95% of what leaves here works just fine. Occasionally there's those oddball units that you think you have it done, you run them for a while, they run overnight, come back next morning, they're still running, you send them home, and a week later they quit. So that happens very few times, but it does happen every once in a while. And typically the ones that happens on is the Zariba 100 and 200 mile units. That's the biggest thorn in my side of those units. I hate them. I'll work on them, but I'd never buy one. They're just a waste of money. I talked to a guy today. His neighbor had a 200 mile unit. We've got two of his units here, two old Parmac units that are like 15, 20 years old. And he's got a borrowing his neighbor's or belonged to his neighbor, whatever it was. But anyway, it's a 200 mile Zariba. And he said, you know, he went down the road and bought another Zariba. I was like, man, you ought to buy a Gallagher or something like that. Don't buy the stupid Zariba crap. And he did anyways. The neighbor did. So he just sent us a Zariba to 200 mile to work on. But I said, how old is that Zariba unit? Because I told him, I said, you get between 1 to 5 years out of one of them dumb things. You don't, maybe 6 or 7 if you're lucky, but typically about 1 to 5 years. And he read me off the serial number, the 2016 model Zariba. And I was like, well, when did he buy it? Said, well, probably 2016, 17. So, well, so you're saying the unit's 2 to 3 years old and it quit. I said, any lightning? He's like, no, man, that storm's in a month. I said, okay, is the fence pretty clean, or got a lot of vegetation? Like, no, he's pretty good about keeping his fence clean. His cows keep it, because he has one wire up high, about chest high, so most animals get their head down low and clean it up or whatever. So I don't know. It just Zariba has a very poor design on the transformers, and other parts are just a hard-hitting unit for the money. But man, to get 2 or 3 years and then crap out at random, that tells you that Zariba is not a very good product. So if you've got one of them Zariba units and it craps out, we'll work on it. But if you want to buy another one, go right ahead. But if it's me, I'd either stick money into a good Stafix Speedrite unit or a really good Gallagher unit, which will last you at least a decade, excluding lightning damage, or buy a Cyclops. Cyclops makes a good unit too. So the only other thing we're going to do to this, just to show you, is the spark that this thing will jump. So I'm going to grab onto the ground, and I'm going to get the other end of the wire really close to the hot terminal and watch what this thing. This video probably won't do it any justice on how this thing sparks, but we'll show you. So it just horrendous amount of power. So it just packs a hell of a punch. I'm gonna turn it off. But, well, if you've got a Stafix M63R or another Stafix unit or a Speedrite 63000, we would be happy to work on one for you. We don't charge you anything for looking at them. We give you a free quote, and we do put, like I said, 18-month warranties on them. So you can go to our website, which is fencerfixer.com. Fencer and Fixer is both spelled with an F as in Frank. And there's our website and address. That's our current address. But we'd be happy to help you out. We don't, we treat everything like it was our own. So nothing leaves here hopefully not working. Or hopefully working, sorry. It doesn't leave here not working. So we go through everything with fine-tooth comb. We, load test them, stress test them, let them run for a while with loads on them, and I would say, like I said, 95-98% of what leaves here works just fine. There's always that one or two that crap out for some dumb reason. Either a storm gets them like 2 days after they get it, or it's a crappy design Zariba unit that just doesn't hold up because they use shit design on their parts. But anyways, until we do another video of how one works, or one that we have worked on, or how to test one, or how to work on one, we will see you guys later. Please subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to subscribe, at least hit that thumbs up button. We're a small little outfit, just a mom and pop place. I mean, it's usually me that works on everything. I got my dad works with me occasionally on some stuff throughout the week, but we don't get any money from YouTube. We don't have enough subscribers. We don't have enough views. I mean, you gotta think, how many people out there looking for electric fence stuff? It's not like you're looking for other weird stuff out there that, get millions or hundreds of thousands of views. We get, 10 views a week on a video, or 20, 30 views a week on a particular video, So, you gotta have, just an FYI, YouTube changed their stuff a few years ago where you had to have at least 10,000 subscribers or a certain amount of views, and we have neither one of those. So hitting that thumbs up button at least helps get our video up the food chain when someone does a search on it. So we would appreciate that at least. You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to. I mean, it doesn't hurt my feelings, but we don't make a penny off of YouTube. All it does is allows us to advertise, and because it didn't cost me anything besides uploading and putting the video up on YouTube. It just takes time other than that. But I don't make a penny off of YouTube at all. I just get a little money from people whenever they find us on YouTube and decide to send us a unit for repair or want to order a part from us. That's the only time I ever make a dime off of anything. And but that's that. But until we do another video, we will see you guys later.